Time now for a Turkey Valley coach conversation with boys basketball coach Chris Sullivan. And Sully, looking at your team right now, you're 6-4 overall, 5-2 in conference play as you hit the holiday break. When it comes to the overall progress of the season, are you happy with where you're at?
Yeah, I really am. Coming into the year, when we had our first meeting, I talked to you about how we have a young group, have one senior, two juniors, and then sophomores and freshmen that are mixed in there. So we knew we didn't have much depth, much experience back from last year. So we didn't really know what to expect coming in. And we didn't get to an off season just like all the other teams. Basically all the other teams didn't get. So we are pleased where we're at right now. The kids have been playing extremely hard. We need to find that rotation. We have a kid out right now that's going to be able to fill in there, play a lot of minutes for us. So we need to find a rotation because we've been playing six deep for I guess we played 10 games before break already. So, but yeah, we're pleased at 6-4. We really wish we could have got that one versus Key the night after we had that big win versus Southwind. But that was just kind of a case of tired legs. We were kind of stuck in mud in the first half, and then third quarter, Key High went on a big run. And we were down 22, I do believe, and cut it to 1 with 6 minutes left, but just couldn't do enough to get that one. So sitting 5-2, 6-4 overall. We're very pleased with where we're at right now.
And let's be honest, you got 10 games in before Christmas, and many thought that, hey, you might not have a basketball season. That's a victory in itself, right?
That is absolutely, Darren. The biggest thing is, especially like I said, a month and a half ago, we didn't know if we were even going to be able to be playing. Minnesota shut down. We didn't know if we were going to follow suit or what was going to happen. But that's why, even though we can only have a couple fans, and that's obviously lessened a little bit, they've opened that up a little bit here. But we were just glad that the kids got an opportunity to play, and we haven't had to miss a game so far, knock on wood. So it's been great for the kids, and that's essentially what it's always about. Is it's about the kids getting an opportunity to compete and be out there with their buddies that they've been playing with for many years.
And you talked about your one senior, Kelvin Langrick, averaging 15 points a game, 3 assists, 2.5 steals per game. Are those the type of numbers that you were kind of expecting out of Kelvin to kind of lead the way this season thus far?
Kelvin put a lot of time in the off season. I would actually talk to a reporter last night after our game and kind of said the same thing I'm going to say here. In a year where you couldn't get in the weight room at schools, you couldn't do AAUs. Kelvin was doing a lot of stuff on his own, working on his handles at home, getting shots up wherever he could, he was working out at the fitness center over in West Union when that was open, but he's added 15, 20 pounds of muscle. He's attacked the rim very well. We've been pleased with that. We knew that he was capable of this kind of stuff. But that 15, 20 pounds, instead of people pushing him off the spots this year, he's finishing through contact and getting the line, getting and ones. So surprised, I wouldn't say we're surprised. He's put the work in to put himself in this position to have a nice start to the season for us.
And a couple of other underclassmen, Garrett Curtin and Kelvin Bonesteiner, both averaging double digits a game. How have they developed as the season has progressed?
Well, Garrett, he's played big minutes for us since he's been a freshman. He's came off the bench, one of our first or second guys off the bench as a freshman and sophomore. He's had the ability or has the ability to stretch the court. He was struggling shooting early on. Up until about 3 games ago, he started to find his stroke. Hopefully that continues after break, but his shot looks much better. He's not just kind of rolling through it. He's actually snapping the wrist and elbow. So he's played really well down the stretch here for us. And he boards well. Even when his shots weren't going in, he was still boarding well for us, and he has a good basketball IQ. So Garrett is another guy that we lean on. We look at Kelvin Langrick and Garrett Curtin to be our leaders on the floor, off the floor. And they've done that. And it's nice to see that Garrett's finally found his shot from the outside, because he has the ability to go to the rim, post people up, and do different things there. And then with Kelvin Bonesteiner, Kelvin, he's got a unique game, I call it. He's kind of funky in what he does, but he finds a way to put the ball in the hole. He plays extremely hard. Very coachable kid, just like all our guys are. But he's got off to a nice sophomore campaign for him, and yeah, he can step out and shoot the three. He's unorthodox, but like I said, he finds a way to put the ball in the hole and does good things for us.
That kind of reminds me of some Sullivan kid from Turkey Valley about 10, 15 years ago. You agree?
Yeah, you're spot on there, Darren. I always told the kids, I'm like, in terms of watching, if you ever watched a video of me, you don't want to look at my form necessarily, um, but it went in, right, Darren? You remember them days?
You bet. Fortunately, most kids don't have VHS cassettes anymore, so they probably can't watch your videos. But nonetheless, one stat that impressed me thus far, averaging 11 turnovers a game. Seemingly, you're taking pretty good care of the ball. Would that be fair to say?
Yes, we are. That's kind of last year. Our goal, we throw out a number of, we want to be under 11. That was our goal last year. This year, the kids put out a number of 12 turnovers or less a game. And we've been doing a great job of valuing the basketball. So we've been very pleased in that category. We've faced teams that have pressed us. We've broken the press down, getting the ball to the middle, looking backside, making the easy plays, and teams that have pressed us have either got out of it quick, or if they stayed in it, we've made them pay for it. So yes, that number is something that really stands out to us as we look at stats heading into Christmas break.
How are you going to manage this Christmas break from a practice standpoint?
We're going to practice today after school, and then we'll practice tomorrow. Then they have 4 days off, Christmas Eve and through that Sunday, and then we'll start up again Monday. So these next 2 days will be light, getting a lot of shots up, do a little bit of running, getting them moving, since then they'll have 4 days off, and then we'll get back at it on next Monday. Start putting in a few more things. Like I said, Carson Busta will be returning. So that'll help out with rotation and stuff like that. Start getting him mixed in with the other guys. Yeah, we'll get after it next Monday. We don't have any scrimmages scheduled as of now, and not sure if we'll throw one in there or not yet. But that's kind of what our schedule looks like over break.
And what's it gonna take to make January and February as fun as and as successful as possible?
I always tell the kids I look at the season in four stages. The first about 5-6 games is the first quarter, and the next 5 or 6 second quarter. Over Christmas break, you're at halftime. The next 5 games are third quarter, then fourth quarter, and then once postseason hits, it's overtime. You win or go home. Christmas is the time where you can really elevate your game as a team and as an individual. If you come in locked in, ready to go every day in practice with the right mindset. So we're going to be looking at competing every day in practice. Like I said, these first 2 days will be more getting shots up, these next 2. But when we come back next Monday, we're going to be getting ready to compete, working on our weaknesses and continue to work on our strengths. And then hopefully come the 4th, we're ready to roll and we can get off to a hot start in the second half of the season and keep ourselves in the conference race, but more importantly, be playing our best ball when postseason comes around.
All right, Sully, most importantly, Merry Christmas to you and yours and everybody related to Turkey Valley basketball. And here's to having a safe, healthy, and happy break and successful 2021 when you get back on the court on January 4th.
I appreciate it, Darren. Merry Christmas to you, and have a great break. If you get a break, I don't know if a guy like you gets a break, but I hope you get a time. Well, have a Merry Christmas at least and a Happy New Year, and hopefully we run into you down the line here soon. And thanks for all the great coverage you do for Northeast Iowa and all around.
Turkey Valley coach Chris Sullivan on our Trojan Coach Conversation.